Have you ever wondered what would happen if the most invisible person in the room turned out to be exactly what everyone needed? The crystal chandeliers of Manhattan's most exclusive hotel cast dancing shadows across marble floors as a child's desperate cries pierce through the elegant silence. 6-year-old Amir stands frozen in the center of the opulent lobby, tears streaming down his face, speaking words that no one understands. Arabic words. Panic words. Words that might as well be invisible in this glittering world of power and privilege until one shy girl changes everything. The Grand Meridian Hotel, where tech moguls seal billion-dollar deals over champagne, where every staff member knows their place in the carefully orchestrated hierarchy of luxury service. Faith Carter moves like a ghost through this world, her waitress uniform marking her as part of the scenery, unseen by guests who never look twice at the shy girl refilling their water glasses. At 24, she's perfected the art of invisibility. Shoulders curved, inward eyes cast down, navigating around the sharp edges of her manager's expectations. Tempest Lane stands at the concierge desk, her perfectly manicured nails drumming impatiently against imported Italian marble. "Handle this," she hisses to the front desk staff, her voice dripping with the kind of authority that comes from never having been powerless. "Our VIP guests don't pay $5,000 a night to listen to whatever this is." Faith's hands tremble as she watches Amir's small body shake with fear. Something deep in her chest, a place that remembers being lost, being different, being the child who didn't quite belong, begins to ache. She thinks of Linda, her adoptive mother, who used to hold her during thunderstorms and whisper heartwarming stories in 3 different languages. "Every word is a bridge, Faith," Linda would say, "and bridges connect hearts, not just minds." The boy's words in his native language grow more desperate. "Where are you?" Faith's breath catches. She knows these words. She's always known them. But knowing and speaking, that's a chasm she's never dared to cross. This heartwarming moment of recognition fills her with both hope and terror as she realizes this could be her chance to stop being invisible. From across the lobby, Ryan Mitchell watches the scene unfold. The 32-year-old tech CEO, worth more than some small countries, leans against a marble pillar, his gray eyes sharp with the kind of intelligence that built an empire from nothing. He's seen chaos before, boardroom battles, hostile takeovers, the collapse of dreams in real time. But this crying child and a frozen staff, this is different. Then Faith does something that stops his world. She kneels. Her voice, barely above a whisper, flows in perfect, gentle tones. "Don't be afraid, little one. I'm here." Amir's sobs cease instantly. Ryan's eyes narrow, not with suspicion, but with something rarer, genuine surprise. This inspirational moment of connection between the shy girl and the frightened child creates ripples that will change everything. A waitress who speaks fluent Arabic in a 5-star Manhattan hotel. What other secrets does the invisible waitress carry? And why is a tech billionaire suddenly so interested in finding out? The transformation is immediate and profound. Amir's tear-streaked face lifts toward Faith like a flower turning toward sunlight. His small hand reaches out, fingers barely grazing hers, but the connection is electric. 2 souls recognizing each other across language, across fear, across the vast space between being lost and being found. "Are you okay?" Faith's voice carries the warmth of her adoptive mother's bedtime stories, the cadence of countless evening lessons that she thought she'd never use. The foreign language flows from her lips, like water from a spring that's been dammed too long, natural and pure and surprising even to herself. This shy girl, who had spent years hiding her gift, now finds courage in a child's desperate need. Tempest's sharp intake of breath cuts through the moment like a blade. Her heels click against marble as she storms across the lobby, each step a declaration of war against whatever authority Faith thinks she's claiming. "Excuse me." She snaps, her voice pitched to carry to every corner of the opulent space, ensuring that watching guests and staff alike bear witness to this public correction. "Since when do waitresses handle guest services?" Faith's cheeks burn with familiar shame, the heat of being too much and not enough all at once. She starts to pull back, to retreat into the safety of invisibility, but Amir's grip tightens on her hand. His dark eyes, still wet with tears, hold trust so complete it takes her breath away. This heartwarming bond between two people who barely know each other speaks to something deeper than words. Ryan approaches with the measured stride of a man accustomed to command, but there's something different in his movement, curiosity, where there's usually calculation, genuine interest replacing practiced charm. As he watches this inspirational scene unfold, memories surface unbidden. 7 years old, standing in the courthouse hallway, while social workers shuffled papers. "Your parents signed away their rights, Ryan. You'll go to a good family." But good families were temporary stops, revolving doors of people who saw a troubled child instead of a frightened boy who just wanted someone to stay. "The boy's parents?" he asks, directing the question to Faith, while pointedly ignoring Tempest's territorial bristling. "Where are your parents?" Faith asks softly in the child's language. Amir's response tumbles out, rapidly punctuated by pointing gestures and renewed anxiety. Faith listens intently, her expression shifting from concern to understanding. "He says they went to their room but never came back. He's been waiting. He thinks they're trapped in the elevator." Trapped. Ryan's business mind immediately shifts into problem-solving mode, but something about the boy's desperate situation resonates with his own childhood fears of abandonment. "Which elevator?" But before Faith can translate the question, Tempest's manicured hand lands on her shoulder with proprietary firmness. "Faith, you need to return to your station. This isn't your responsibility." The words carry the weight of years of careful hierarchy, the unspoken rules that keep shy girls invisible and managers in control. "Actually," Ryan's voice cuts through the tension with quiet authority, "I think she's exactly where she needs to be." His gray eyes meet Tempest's, with the kind of steady challenge that's dismantled corporate rivals and hostile board members. "Faith isn't it. I'm Ryan Mitchell. And right now, you're the only person here who can help this child." The lobby seems to hold its breath. Guests at the nearby seating area pause their conversations, sensing the subtle power dynamics playing out before them. Staff members exchange glances, uncertain whether to witness or flee from this unprecedented moment when the established order tilts on its axis. Faith feels the weight of every gaze, every expectation, every year of making herself small enough to fit into other people's ideas of who she should be. Linda's voice echoes in her memory. "Your gifts aren't burdens, sweetheart. They're lights waiting for the right moment to shine." "The service elevator," she says quietly, her voice growing stronger with each word. "He says his parents took the service elevator to avoid the crowds. It's been making strange noises all week." Ryan nods sharply, this inspirational moment of trust between strangers not lost on him. "Security's been putting off the maintenance." He pulls out his phone, speed dialing with practiced efficiency. "This is Mitchell. I need a maintenance team at service elevator B immediately. We have guests trapped inside." As he speaks, Amir tugs on Faith's uniform, his small voice urgent with new worry. She kneels again, bringing herself to his eye level, creating a bubble of safety in the chaotic luxury surrounding them. The heartwarming scene of the shy girl comforting the frightened child draws the attention of everyone in the lobby. "What's your name?" she asks gently. "Amir," he whispers, then adds something longer, more complex. Faith's eyes widen slightly. She looks up at Ryan, who's just finished his call. He says his parents are doctors. They're here for a medical conference, and they have his insulin pen. But this is only the beginning of Faith's transformation, and Ryan's about to discover that saving Amir might require trusting the one person everyone else overlooks. The maintenance team's tools echo through the marble lobby like metallic thunder, each clang and whir amplifying the tension that stretches taut between hope and desperation. 23 minutes. That's how long Amir's parents have been trapped in the service elevator, and Faith can see in the child's increasingly pale complexion that time isn't just running out. It's sprinting toward a cliff. "Mama and Papa will be okay," Faith murmurs in his language, stroking Amir's hair with infinite gentleness. But even as she speaks the words, she catches Ryan watching her with an intensity that makes her skin prickle with awareness. There's something in his gaze, recognition maybe, or a puzzle piece clicking into place. "Your fluency," he says quietly, stepping closer while the chaos swirls around them. "It's not just conversational. You're translating medical terms, emotional nuances. That's graduate-level skill." Faith's cheeks burn. The shy girl suddenly feels exposed under the weight of his attention, as if he's seeing through layers of carefully constructed insignificance to something she spent years hiding. My mother taught me. She's a language professor." "Your adoptive mother." Ryan's tone is carefully neutral, but Faith catches the subtle emphasis. The distinction matters in ways she's never had to explain. This inspirational recognition that her background gives her unique abilities, rather than making her different in a negative way, shifts something inside her. Before she can respond, a triumphant shout erupts from the elevator bank. "Got them!" The maintenance chief's voice carries across the lobby like a victory bell. "Elevator's moving. They're coming up." Amir launches himself from Faith's arms toward the opening elevator doors, his cry piercing through the lobby's elegant acoustics. What emerges is a tableau of relief and reunion. Two exhausted adults in medical conference badges embracing their son, words of gratitude flowing that makes Faith's heart clench with recognition. But it's what happens next that changes everything. Dr. Amira Hassan Amir's mother approaches Faith with tears streaming down her face. Her English is accented, but precise, her gratitude profound. "You saved our son. Not just from fear, but if he had missed his insulin." She doesn't finish the sentence. She doesn't need to. "It was nothing." Faith starts, but Dr. Hassan interrupts. "Nothing." She turns to address the small crowd that's gathered: hotel staff, curious guests, the maintenance team. "This young woman didn't just speak our language. She understood our son's medical needs, his emotional state. She bridged worlds." Her voice rises, carrying the authority of someone accustomed to being heard. This heartwarming display of compassion and skill deserves recognition. The lobby erupts in spontaneous applause, but Faith feels herself shrinking under the attention, uncomfortable with praise that feels too big for her small world. She catches Tempest's expression across the room, a mixture of shock and something darker, more calculating. Ryan steps forward, his business instincts sharp and focused. "Dr. Hassan, you mentioned a medical conference. May I ask which one?" "The International Pediatric Diabetes Summit," Dr. Hassan replies. "My husband and I are presenting our research tomorrow. We represent several hospitals looking to partner with American institutions." Faith watches Ryan's expression shift, wheels turning with algorithmic precision. The summit